Hello, hello, hello. This week, we are going to focus on a product that is known world over. You have it in your breakfast with your tea, cereals. You have it as it is. Have you guessed yet? I'll give you a couple more hints. You have it in yogurt. You have it with ice cream. You have it in cheese. Have you guessed yet? I'll give you another hint. That's right, milk. So today we are going to visit a farmer who's very good at producing milk on seeds of gold. Asante sana. Ama kana change. I have been directed towards this general area in a place called Section 58, just within the outskirts of Nakuru town. This is an urban area, and I'm supposed to find a farm here. This is the gate I was directed to, but I only see houses, I don't see a farm. Well, I best go in and find out, eh? Police, I have to wait. Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
You Bwana Madenke?
Yeah, Mr. Matenki.
So this is your farm?
Yes.
But where are the trees and grass and soil?
Now, this is urban farming.
Aha.
So, in urban farming, it's a matter of utilization.
Of the space that you have?
Yes.
Nothing to do with the soil and the grass?
It is not necessary.
This is urban farming.
Yeah.
You know, I almost got lost because I didn't expect to find these buildings. You can see the cows have metal and brick structures.
They sleep on cow mats.
They sleep on cow mats?
Yes.
Okay, the way we would have floor mats in our houses.
Yes.
This is quite interesting. This is digital farming. Absolutely nothing like what I expected.
If you look at our population in Kenya, it is growing. Land is becoming small.
Yes.
So we have to utilize whatever we have.
Yes.
So it was a good idea to show to young men who are graduating in university, in college, how they can survive.
Okay.
Without big lands. So even if you inherit small land, how you can utilize it.
So for how long have you done this?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes. And I have changed many lives.
Okay.
Especially in the area of Nakuru town.
People in Nakuru,
they are surviving now.
They know you.
They know me. They are surviving.
When people say they know people, they mean they know him. Yes. So I know people.
Yes.
What is your main reason for keeping these cows?
When you start dairy farming, you mean more than 3 things. Number 1, milk production.
Yes.
You need to feed.
Yes.
When we are talking about food security, it's this.
Yes.
So I started urban farming. Number 1, I get milk.
Yes.
Number 2, I harvest biogas and I distribute to the neighbor. Number 4, I get bioslurry and I use it in the farm. This is manure.
Yeah. So
I return it back to the farm.
Okay. So it's a continuous cycle.
It's continuous cycle.
It's a self-supporting system.
Yes. And as you know, the energy, the cost of energy is shooting drastically.
Too much.
So if I supply you a biogas, I pipe to your home, I charge you 100. What is wrong with that?
So he gets milk from the cow, and at some point it will eventually give him meat. Now, after the cow has eaten all the food that it has been fed, of course, the more you receive, the more you need to give. Basically, what we are saying is there's a lot of biogas material The biogas material, after it has gone through the biodigester and it has released the gas,
yes,
what is left is taken back to the farm to help in
fodder production.
In fodder production. The fodder which shall in turn be fed to the cow. So in short, the cow is feeding itself.
The cow is feeding itself,
yes,
and also other Kenyans.
And it is feeding you and your business and
Me.
supporting your family,
Yes.
your friends,
Yes.
and all the people who are learning from you.
And also it is creating job opportunity because I normally hire so many people when I'm making silage.
I would like you to take me around just to confirm some of the rumors that I have heard. I've heard that your cows watch CSI.
Yes.
Your cows watch La Mujer de mi Vida.
Yes.
Your cows watch news.
Yes.
Come
and take you there. Come and I take you.
Okay, sawa, sawa. Where can I put this? Because
you can
she's
put here.
eating it. Oh, all right.
Animal needs to be entertained. As all human beings need entertainment. So you have to put entertainment for the animal. For instance, you see now this animal is following me.
It knows you're going to the entertainment center.
Yeah. So they come here, those animals, they watch the TV.
There's actually a TV.
Yes, for the animal. They watch, they enjoy. Also the workers sit here and they enjoy, all of them. At same they are doing job.
So is there any particular kind of programming that you give them?
Mostly we put music when they are milking. Cool music. If at all you entertain animal, you extend the milk production.
Okay.
Everything need to be happy. Even you yourself, you need to be happy.
Yes. So the idea of the music and the TV is just for purposes of relaxation.
Yeah, you make the animal to relax and feel joy. Yes.
So this is a system called zero grazing.
This is the zero grazing.
Yes.
Urban zero grazing.
Urban zero, emphasis on urban.
Urban zero grazing.
Where do your cows stay here?
They stay here.
You feed them here.
You feed them here.
They help themselves here.
Yes.
They eat
self-contained here.
This is a bed sitter.
Yeah, bed sitter. Yes.
So I can see in your entertainment center you have some sufurias and cups. Don't tell me you also cook for the cows.
No, workers need to eat.
Oh, on average, how many workers?
I have just only 2.
2 workers.
Yes.
And how many cows do you have?
I have 7 and 2 calves. Yes.
How efficient is it working with just 2 people?
Now, here we prepare the fodder and it comes here when it is packed.
Okay.
So what the workers do is just only to feed the animal. Not to go and cut napier grass and bring it here.
Just placing it in the feeding.
Yes,
troughs.
So their job is only to weigh according to 10% to the body weight of the animal. They know that. Then they balance, they put the TML, and they feed the animal. They maintain the cleanness and the milking. Only that.
Okay, so they have enough time to come and relax.
Relax here.
Watch movies, series.
And also they can put a CD concerning the dairy production and whatever in the other farms.
So they can teach themselves more.
They can continue running. This is a continuation of learning. Yes.
Learning never stops.
Yeah.
Learn every single day, even on the job.
Yes.
So what else do we have?
Now, after we have milked the milk from there, we put it to the fridge.
Refrigeration. So do you make deliveries or the customers come for the milk here?
Now, if at all you are doing business, you must be very wise to cut the cost of running here and there.
Cost of eventual production.
Transporting.
Yes.
So they come here. The milk production in Kenya is raw concerned to the consumer. So we milk our milk, in fact, within 30 minutes or 1 hour.
The milk is gone.
Yes.
I remember there was a time that people would pour gallons and gallons of milk, but that was some time. That was some time ago.
Yes.
But now the demand for milk is higher than
it's
the
higher
actual supply.
because population is growing. Yeah, and many people want to relax. They don't want to work. When we are talking about food security, you see many farmers, they don't preserve fodder for the animals during the drought. But for me, that is not a challenge. I can preserve fodder for 10 years for those animals.
You can preserve cow food, let me call it that, for 10 years.
For more than that.
For more than 10 years.
Yes.
And they will eat every single day.
Yes. No,
Bwana Madenge,
we
you
have
know-
a small blackboard here.
You know, I have seen that you were brushing your cow, you were talking to it, you show it some TV,
Yes.
you played some music. Please don't tell me you teach cows mathematics. So what is the blackboard for?
This one is purposely for recording.
Okay, record keeping.
Now you can put the date you served a particular animal, so that when it comes to stop milking the animal, the worker will know.
Okay.
It took me about 5 years to develop the structure you can see now.
Wow, okay.
Because now there must be several factors here. Number one, this zero grazing should not be wet. Number two, the animal should take its own meal. They share water, but they don't share the
We
fodder.
don't share the fodder. So, but what happens when you have even tried to give the cow a little bit more and it still does not produce what you need it to produce?
Let me tell you, if you come to my compound and I slaughter you one sheep, will you eat the whole sheep?
No.
So even if you eat, it will be a waste.
Farm Parables by Mr. Madenge. Okay. So what happens to if your cow is not producing what you need it to produce?
There is no way out to get rid of that animal.
You just get rid of it.
Yes.
Si kwa ubaya.
Sio kwa ubaya.
Si chuki.
Kwa roho safi.
So for all the cows out there watching TV, better produce your milk. Let's continue. There's a lot of waste management going on around here.
No, we have to utilize.
You have to utilize everything
Yes,
that's...
everything you get here,
Yeah.
you have to utilize it. Purposely, I wanted to get extra money,
Yes.
apart from milk.
Emphasis on the money part, extra money.
Yes.
Yes.
So when I harvest the gas, I distribute to my neighbor and I get extra money. And also, you see, we are conserving our environment.
Yes.
So
That
that
is true.
our neighbor could be going cutting
Yes.
tree, buying charcoal.
Buying charcoal, yeah.
We get rid of that.
That is true. So how do you distribute it from your biodigester
Now,
to your
the
neighbors?
biogas, the only way is to pipe it.
Yes.
You put pipe, just like we do it with the water, to your neighbor. Yes.
Sometimes there might be leaks here and there, but it does not smell. So even if there are leaks,
Now,
it's not
there
as
was a
explosive.
German expert who was here, and in fact, he really helped me. He told me when you are burning the biogas, it normally produces a certain repellent, which chase away those flies. That is why there's no flies here.
Only just next to the
only a
cows.
few, yeah, very few. Yes.
All right. Okay. So it is also for fear of product placement. I'll just say it is a repellent.
Yes.
Just that. It's all happening right here at Mr. Mathenge's farm. Still more to come after the break. Before the break, Mr. Madenge was showing us the entertainment section for his cows, his refrigeration, and his record board. Right now, let's have a quick chat with Professor Nyanga from Egerton University, Department of Agricultural Engineering, about biogas. Professor, just tell us, first of all, what is he doing?
Is preparing what we call food for bacteria in the digester. Is using the waste from the animals to produce biogas. It's supposed to be disposed of, but you can add value to this waste by enhancing the nutrient component, by digesting it, and also by recovering what called the renewable energy through biogas from the remains of the feed that the animal was given.
Waste for you makes you money.
It is not waste, it's money to me.
Sorry. So, Pole,
No, it's
stop
going in.
complaining. No, it's complaining. I've called it waste. Please explain to us probably the whole process that is involved in the biogas production by the biodigester.
Yes, by digesting, which in simple terms for the farmer is like fermentation. Farmers are used to composting. But for this waste to give you gas, we must ensure that it's in an airtight, light-proof environment. And that's why what he calls the digester, which is next to me, is underground.
And this is just the top.
This is the top
not
where
the
the gas,
tank.
no, the tank is said 21 feet, which is about 7 meters diameter,
Yes.
going down about 4 meters. That holds a mixture of cow dung with the water at a ratio of 1:1 of about 90 cubic meters. That's nearly how many tons? That's about 10 tons of waste under here. Once this this waste goes underground for a period of about 30 days to 60 days, that's about 2 months, 1 month to 2 months, bacteria, which we call methanogen bacteria, will break down whatever remains. If you keenly look at this waste, you'll see there are some carbohydrates. But even what you see as dark, what the animal digested and what didn't remain could have contained carbohydrates, proteins, even fats.
Yes.
Those are the things which the bacteria work on. They produce a gas called hydrogen, which combines with carbon. And of course, the other gases including carbon dioxide. The combination of that gas is what we call biogas. So it's a technology which is being propelled across. And currently, KENAF, Kenya Farmers Federation, is housing a huge project across the country. In every county now, you find representatives of this project on promotion of biogas.
Yes.
And they have the knowledge, the skill, so that what traditionally would have been a challenge and waste is adding value to the farmer and to the neighbors. The digester is 90 cubic meters. We have only put in less than a cubic meter. By the time it goes through that process, through that area, and is pushed by the natural process,
when it's completely exhausted,
it will have stayed there for minimum 30 days.
30 days.
It will have been broken down to a very, very good organic fertilizer, which we call bioslurry.
Bioslurry. So how many cows did you first start with, so as to be able to start this process?
You can start even with the 2 animals.
He started with 15 animals, so the design for this digester was for 15 animals.
15 animals, yeah.
This technology has been here for quite some time. The uptake has been slow, partly because the initial designs were a bit expensive. People did not know the value of this energy. But today, every small-scale farmer in Kenya is aware and should be aware that if you have 2 animals, you can have not necessarily a masonry concrete structure. You can have what they call a flexi bag, plastic bag like what we saw for silage, and you make your gas out of the cow dung.
So the cows feed themselves by giving themselves their own manure.
Yeah, but I think before long, with the professor, we shall also add value to bioslurry. Yes.
Add value to bioslurry.
Yes.
How? Tell us. How? Tell us.
Now, this bioslurry can be dried and milled, treated, and we add some other ingredients. And I think you will work on that so that we can come up with another blend to feed pig.
And of course, you'll sell them to the pigs, or not to the pigs, to the pig farmers.
Yeah.
Pesa tena.
Pesa tena.
So you make money, first of all, from the cows themselves,
Yes.
the ones that you sometimes sell.
Yes.
You make money from
milk.
the milk.
Yes.
You make money from the cows whose milk production is low, so
Yes.
you also take it to the butchery.
Yes.
And then you make money from the waste.
Yes. And the gas you can pipe to your neighbor. And they can already use it and they pay you at the end of the month.
How much do they pay you?
Okay, currently I'm charging 100 per day.
100 shillings per day for gas.
For gas.
So in a month, that will be 3,000 shillings.
Per person.
per person,
Yes.
per household. What can the gas be used for in the household?
You
It's
can
not
use it for
explosive, is
cooking,
it? Yeah?
or you can use it as a light. And there are some other farmers who convert it to run the engine. Yes.
All right. Okay. So it makes you some good money.
It's good. It gives me money.
Among the things that Mr. Mathenge specializes in is selling of fodder, and this is where it all starts.
After approximately 30 minutes of driving from Section 58 Nakuru, Mr. Mathenge has brought us to his farm where he's just uncovered something for us. So Mr. Mathenge, just tell us what exactly this is.
This is now the corn silage. Now, to have these, you must plant maize first. They grow at the flowering stage or milking stage. That is the time you are going to cut. You ensile and compress it, something like this.
The process of making this is called ensiling.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what is the emphasis on covering it and making sure it's compressed?
Number one, you have to get rid of oxygen. So you'll have to compress it. Either you can use a tractor, you can use a drum with water, you roll on the top, you can put in a tube, you walk on it, all the system.
It's a
The purpose
rigorous
is to
process.
get rid of oxygen or air.
Yes.
So that you make air tight, such that there is no air security inside.
What are the consequences of air getting in our water?
It will have to decompose. And you'll get something like this. This one is a silage which have contaminated either with water or air. You'll get something like this. And if a farmer feed the animal with this decomposed silage, you might end up losing your animal because it have aflatoxin. Yes.
So how long before you can be able to feed it to the cows?
Now, after you have prepared your silage, it normally takes 21 days, 33 weeks. Because I compress it using a tractor. But for somebody who doesn't have a tractor, it may take between 4 weeks. That is 28 weeks. 28 days. Yes.
You make a mistake, you lose either your investment in making the silage,
Or you lose the animal.
You lose your animal.
Yes.
You feed it with
So
the
you have to make it all the time. It is airtight. When you remove the amount you want, you recover once again, and you cover so that no air enter inside.
Say, for example, an acre of land. How much silage does it give you?
Now, it depends in soil area. Number one, if you use a fertilizer, 1 acre you will get between 18 and 25 tons. If you use manure, you'll get between 35 to 50 if you use manure. But if at all you use ordinary fertilizer, this is chemical fertilizer, the production comes down.
Is lower than if you use manure.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So how many days would it take before you get it ready to be fed to the cows?
Now, number one, the corn silage we use, it normally take 90 days.
90 days.
Here in Rongai. I don't mean in Nyahururu or elsewhere.
Why is it 90 days here?
Here is warm.
Okay.
So if at all you take somewhere in a highland where it is a bit cool, it may take longer. Yes.
All right. Okay. So the higher the temperatures, the less the amount of time.
Yes.
The lower the temperatures, the more the amount of time.
Yes. The advantage of silage, you can bunker the silage and use during the dry season.
Okay.
For instance, in our country, the dry season extends for 7 months, 7 to 8 months. Now, during that time, you'll be able to feed your animal comfortably. But if at all you don't have silage, it is during the dry season, napier grass and all things, they have already gone.
Yes.
You have nothing to feed your animal.
Yes.
And that is why the last season, many farmers lost their animal.
So then this is the silage that you said can be stored for up to 10 years?
More than that.
More than 10 years.
As long there is no contamination of the air, it can remain here, even 100 years.
This is the secret to successful dairy farming. It ensures high yields when it comes to milk production in your cows, and also during the dry season, you'll be able to comfortably feed your cows. Secret to money making, right here.
From the field to the finished product. And as usual, with Mr. Mathenge, everything is for sale.
I have so many clients within Nakuru town.
Yes.
They normally cap and pick 1 tube or 2. One tube is of 50 kilograms.
50 kilograms.
So they come and they pick for their animal. So when it is being delivered here by truck, I normally bring 2.5 tons, so that those ones they can be consuming, while the customers are coming and collecting their silage.
So why choose this option?
Oh, this one. Number one, Napier grass has very little nutrients.
Okay.
When you are feeding your animal with the Napier grass, what you expect is manure. You'll get more manure. So if at all you have a market for manure, it is okay.
Other than silage, on the dairy meal, is that all you feed the cows also with?
No, there must be mineral salts plus water. Yeah.
So you also buy mineral salt?
No, I don't buy.
Hey, what do you buy? You don't
I buy the raw material. I make my own salt.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you make your own, okay.
Yeah, just like this.
All right. Polyildaphos. Polyildaphos. Is it
Yes.
that fast? So this is what, 5?
That is 5 kg.
5 kgs.
Yes.
And how much does it go for?
500 only.
500 shillings.
Yes.
That's not bad. And I can see it is certified by
Yes.
the Kenya Bureau of Standards.
Yes.
So this is a good product. Made in Kenya. Okay. Made in, where is your plant?
This one?
Yeah.
Nakuru. It is in Nakuru.
Made in Nakuru, Kenya.
Section 58.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You said you've done this for 10 years. Did you learn it from your parents or?
I was brought up by a family where they rear animal. I have some institutions, I work with them together. For instance, I work I consult Egerton
Okay.
for any assistance.
Consultant.
We cooperate.
Yes.
And that is why I have moved to that level.
Safe to say this is what you do.
This is what I do.
Every single day, you wake up in the morning.
I do that.
This is what
And
has...
sometimes we normally receive some farmers for training. Yes.
People come for trainings.
For training. Because you cannot go and make silage. You have to be trained.
You need to learn how to do that.
You cannot go and make dairy meal.
Yes.
You have to be trained.
You have to be
You cannot go and make salt overnight. You have to learn.
If you want to start any kind of farming venture, dairy farming being one of them, you need to know your stuff. You need to know what to do, when to do, how to do it, why to do it. Right now, I would want us to go and sit in your classroom
Let's go.
and learn how to do some things, right?
Let's go.
From cows that watch TV to record keeping and production of biogas, the learning never stops. See you after the break. Mr. Mathangi has applied maximum value addition in his dairy farming. He even makes his own feed and salt. We catch up with Dr. Mary Ambula, Senior Lecturer at Egerton University, Department of Animal Sciences, for more on value addition.
How important is it to have information before starting out dairy business?
It's very important for one to seek information when you want to venture into dairy farming. And the reason is this. Dairy farming is not a hobby. It's a business.
Yes.
So if you look at it from that perspective, then it will be important for you to seek information so that you start right, you continue right, and you finish right.
Okay, so where can one get this information? Because I think that's something that our viewers at home would love to know.
Many sources. The first one is the Department of Livestock and the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries.
Yes.
Then we have ASK shows.
Yes.
And all the 47 counties have dates in their calendar when they have a show.
I wish I then took more interest in them when I was in high school, because we only used to go there to go and party, not really to go and get information on agriculture.
You get very good information, and over and above information, it's also a very good forum for networking. Mr. Madenge, for one, is somebody who is willing to learn and improve. So the first time I came here, it's about 4 years ago, we talked about fodder production, how to make silage, to be sure that you have feed, especially during the dry season.
Yes.
And usually during the dry season, farmers get into a problem.
Yes.
Sometimes even they lose their animals.
Yeah.
A situation that we don't want to have.
Yes.
So Mr. Madenge was consulting and asking, what can I do to take precaution so that I have sufficient feed throughout the year?
Yes.
And we shared with him and we said, the best feed and the cheapest you can have is silage,
Yes.
corn silage or
Yes.
maize silage.
Yes.
And I'm glad that he took up the advice, and that is what he's doing.
So I've just graduated from university and I don't want to seek employment, or I have just finished my high school and I don't have, enough money to probably go to university, but I need to start a business. What do I need to know?
What you need to know is, first of all, you need some basic infrastructure.
Yes.
At least a piece of land where to keep that cow, because you won't keep the cow on top of a tree.
Definitely
So
not.
you need some piece of land. And I'll tell any person interested in dairying, when you buy your cow,
Yes.
ask to be shown the records.
History of the
So
cow.
assuming the records are right, the cow is right, the genetics are right, the next very important factor is one of feeding. Because if the genetics are right and the feeding is wrong, there is no way that cow will give you milk.
Now, if at all you go to milk production, Frisian, they do better because they produce more milk.
They're the highest producers
They are highest producer.
of milk.
So, if at all you want to make something variation like yogurt and whatever, you can go for other breed, like Asha and the Jesse. Also, if at all you want to have both meat and milk, you can go for Freckview and the crossbreed of Sahiwa. Yes.
We have Frisian, which now they have developed a strain called Holstein. So now we
Okay.
call them Holsteins.
Okay.
They are black and white in color,
Yes, like the ones that Mr.
like
Madenge
Mr.
has.
Madenge has.
Yes.
And then we have Asha. It is red and white in color. Then we have Ganzi and we have Jersey. In terms of milk production, they rank in that order.
Are there different cows different breeds rather, that would work well with different ecological zones?
Sure.
Yes.
We have, broadly speaking, 6 ecological zones. Zone 1 and 2 is water catchment forest areas, and like around Mount Elgon, Mount Kenya. That is zone 1 or 2.
Okay.
And then we have, those ones are not suitable for farming.
Okay.
Let's spare those for water catchment. Then we have ecological zone 3, which is mostly found in what we used to call the White Highlands. Places like Kinangop or Nyandarua, Uasin Gishu, Trans Nzoia. Those are good for all dairy, cattle, and especially Frisian and Asha.
Okay.
The reason, and then we have zone 4, which is areas like, for example, Gilgil, Naivasha. So such and parts of Taita Taveta, Kilifi. Those areas are good for Ganzi or Jersey because they're relatively hardy. They can
Okay.
withstand
High temperatures.
Yeah, high temperatures.
Okay.
Then we
Four
have
zones.
ecological zone 5, like Narok, parts of Narok, not all of Narok, and Kajiado, Lodwar. Those ones are marginal areas. Those ones are good for nomadic pastoralism, for local
Yes.
animals like the zebu, sheep and goats, the camel. And then we have ecological zone 6 is desert.
All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Madenge, for inviting us to your farm.
Yes.
To your urban farm, urban farm.
Yeah, urban.
And thank you very much, Dr. Ambula, for being here with us and giving us tips and information on the same. I'm sure our viewers back at home have received the knowledge that they need, but be sure you need to do more research. You need to find out more. Depending on where you stay, you need a specific cow
for your ecological zone. You need to know the kind of feed that you're giving your cow. It's very important to, as Mr. Madenge was showing us, there are contents of protein and other things that need to be balanced so as to increase the production of milk in the cow. Keep your cows clean. Keep your cows happy. Let them watch Seeds of Gold.
Now, value addition can come in anywhere in the dairy value chain. Sometimes you don't even need to own a cow to make money.
Hey, habari.
Habari yako?
Nzuri sana. Karibu, karibu,
so
karibu.
huku ndiko Gracious.
Gracious.
Nice, you have a very nice home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Mimi nimekuja na ka gift kidogo.
Yeah.
Sana sana ni ya kunitengenezea mimi yogurt yangu.
Sawa sawa. Hakuna shida, karibu.
Grace buys milk from a collection point at her village and continues to reap profits of making yogurt from her kitchen.
Yeah.
This is where the yogurt becomes Gracious.
Yeah.
Haya, sasa mimi nimekuja na raw product yangu hapa.
Yes.
Tuonyeshe maneno.
Okay, sawa sawa.
Yes.
Sasa tutaanzia kwa kuwakisha moto. Then we put a moto on the sufuria.
Okay.
Alafu tunaweka maziwa.
Kwa nini umeweka
Hii maji?
Sufuria kwa sufuria?
Oh, nimeweka kwa sufuria ili hii maji ichemke.
Okay.
Ikichemka itafanya hiyo maziwa ichemke mpaka 90 degrees centigrade.
Okay.
Juu kwa sababu tukiweka kama hakuna maji itaungua. Sasa tunaweka maziwa yetu ndani.
So unaweza weka maziwa lita 10 kama ndio unataka kutengeneza nayo yogurt, unaweza weka nusu lita depending on the
ile kitu ya maana sana. It is better to use like kitu 5 liters for 5 liters. Yeah.
Okay.
It is economical.
5 liters and above. Sasa hiyo ni kama unataka kufanya ya biashara.
Ya biashara.
Lakini kama ni yako tu ya nyumbani.
Ya nyumbani unatumia kama lita 5. Maana baada after kuchemka hiyo maziwa kuna ile ya inashikana. Alafu ikishikana baada ya kuweka kaucha so utakuwa na 4 liters of yogurt. Sasa maziwa yetu ikichemka ndio sasa tutaweka ipoe.
Okay.
Tutakuwa tunapima.
Okay. So unapima na nini?
Napima na thermometer. We boil it up to 75.
You boil the milk up to 75 degrees.
That's why I put sugar.
Okay.
And then I let it boil up to 90 degrees.
Up to 90 degrees.
Yeah,
Okay.
hapo ndipo sasa natoa.
Is there a reason why you put the sugar at 75 degrees?
Maana ukiweka katika ikiwa chini hapo hiyo maziwa haitaweza kufika 90.
Okay.
So 75 is the best nini. Haiwezi kumwagika ndio maana tuliweka maji. Hiyo ndio sababu nyingine ya kuweka maji kwa sufuria. Juu ukiwachilia tu hivyo wakati unaweza chemka mwagike.
Okay. And then at 90 degrees you unazima moto.
Yeah.
Unaiwacha inateremka.
Yeah, you put it off and then you put the milk in a container where there is
cold water.
Yeah,
Okay.
to cool it off.
To cool it down to 45 degrees.
To 45 degrees.
Why to 45 degrees?
Because that's hiyo ndio temperature mzuri ya kuweka culture.
So what exactly is culture?
Culture, they are the good bacteria that we need in our body.
All right.
They are the probiotics.
Okay. Yeah. To get the best yogurt, the best thing to use is culture itself for purposes of the nutritional value in it. Wale wanatumia yogurt hiyo labda wakitaka wakunywe kwa nyumbani peke yake, lakini sio kuingiza sokoni kuuza. So do you sell them from home ama uko na duka nje?
Oh, from now, I'm selling it from home.
Okay.
But I'm planning maybe by the end of this year, I'll rent a place.
Okay.
Yeah, how I'll be selling I'll put up like a snack bar. How I'll be selling yogurt, milk and some chicken.
Na hii umefanya miaka ngapi?
Hii ni sasa, this is the second year.
Second year. So what made you go into it?
Okay, first of all, my children likes yogurt a lot. And so every time that I was buying yogurt, they were getting sore throat.
Okay.
So after some time I met a friend who introduced me to the natural yogurt. So I started it for home consumption.
Okay.
Then after 2 months, I decided this can be a business. January I had started looking for orders. I had started looking for customers. And by the 5th of January, I had sold like to sell 10 liters. Yeah. Sasa ikianza kuchemka ndio itaendelea kufanya hiyo.
Kuhit
the milk. Sasa hiyo ni
75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sasa tunaweza weka sukari.
Okay. So, important things when it comes to making yogurt. One, do not use direct heat on the boiling container that you're using. Use the water to heat the milk. Okay? That way it ensures that the milk does not boil over or kuungua. And then at 75 degrees, add sugar. Have a thermometer always with you just to know the temperature. Don't use the natural way of knowing the temperature, which is dipping your finger in the water. You burn yourself. 75 degrees is boiling already, so it will burn you. Right. So we've put in the sugar. Now we are going to wait to see if it's at 90 degrees. Acha tushikilie hiyo. Hakuna vanilla fruit?
Hapana, vanilla fruit hakuna, lakini strawberry ziko. Na pia unaweza tumia an apple.
An apple?
Yeah.
How do you add them? Do you add them full? For example, you add a full strawberry just like that, or add a full apple in the yogurt?
No. Vile unafanya, unachukua yale matunda, unaosha, unakausha. Alafu tena una crush them. You can't bread them. You bread itakuwa so watery.
True.
Yeah.
We have arrived at 90.
Tuzime moja. Tunaweka kwa maji baridi.
Is where we wait for it to cool down.
Yes.
Up to 45.
Up to 45.
So how long does it go for before iharibike?
Inakaa ada refrigeration inaweza kaa kwa wiki moja.
Wiki moja.
Yes.
So it's advisable to also refrigerate.
Yeah.
What if somebody does not have a refrigerator?
Maybe you take something that mtachukua tu kama family. The next day mtakuwa imeisha.
I see a couple of sufurias with yogurt. So for how long have they been in here?
For 18 hours.
18 hours.
Yes.
Okay. I see also strawberries.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of strawberries.
They are very nutritious.
So these are the strawberries that you eventually crush?
Yes.
Put in your...
On the finished product.
On the finished product.
Yes.
So you put after everything has been, all the other processes have been completed.
Yeah, this is the final process.
So, but first, to get 2 liters of yogurt, how many liters of milk unahitaji?
Like, let's say to 2.5.
2.5.
Yes.
2.5.
Yeah.
So that is 45 plus 45, that is... so you need probably 110, 120 shillings, and you eventually sell it for 300 shillings. Yes. That is a profit of at least 80 shillings, and then there are things like the culture that you've spent on and the flavors.
Yeah.
But that is good value addition to milk and also to your yogurt.
It's 45.
45 degrees.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yes.
Haya.
Sasa hii tunaweka, tunafunika maziwa yetu.
Okay.
Sasa baada ya hivyo unakuanga na maji umeweka tayari. Standby.
Yes.
Sasa tukipima hii maziwa iko 45 degrees centigrade.
Yes.
Na hiyo maji itakuwa 45 degrees centigrade.
Okay.
Unatumbukiza ndani.
Okay.
You put it somewhere very warm.
Okay.
Ukiweka pahali warm, sasa ndio unaweka hapo ina stay for 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
Alafu unatoa ndio sasa unaweka kwa fridge.
Kuonja tu. Bottoms up. Now, Grace, labda unaweza niambia mambo kadhaa.
Yeah.
For example, how many liters of milk do you buy every day?
Natumia mostly 60 liters.
All right, and for the 60 liters of milk, how many liters of yogurt do you produce?
Like tuseme 55 liters.
55.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in say 5 more years?
In those 5 years, nitakuwa nimebrand company yangu ya yogurt. Nataka kuanza poultry business.
Okay. From 120 shillings, she gets 300 shillings. Talk about profits.
It's becoming more and more obvious that in dairy farming, it all comes down to the figures.
So, Mr. Mathenge, today you've mentioned quite a lot on, figures, numbers, calculation.
If 1 acre I plant corn silage for commercial purpose, and I get perhaps 35 tons, I'll convert 35 tons to the normal price I'm selling. 1 kg, 15 shillings. You can calculate how much I will get.
So, safe to say, demand for dairy milk
is there.
It's there.
So what we've learned today in Mr. Madhenge's farm is to maximize your profits, you need to reduce the cost of production. The lower the cost of production, the higher the profits. And if your market is happy, then you do not increase the price of selling your product. Happy products, happy customers, happy cows, good money. Seeds of gold.